Hello, Scorpio. Thank you very much for tuning into this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using the Morgan Greer Tarot. Supportive Oracle cards, You Are Clairvoyant Oracle cards by Belinda Grace. Illustrations by Elaine Marzin. All those? Okay, why not? There's a bunch of cards. They're all stacked on top of each other. I'm just gonna whine about it apparently for a minute, and then we'll just read them. I'll just whine about it, then read them. How many do we got going on here? Okay, there's a lot of cards this time. It's more the farther we. All right, let's just start. Let's just start. You got Justice coming in with Scorpio. Now, when Justice comes in with Scorpio, the flavor with this one, I feel like I'm looking at a situation and I'm just kind of like, all right, we're gonna shape this up. I feel like that's how you're going into it. Kind of like, all right, we're gonna shape this up. Whatever's going on, you've decided it needs to change, and you're just like, all right, let me gather everything that's happening. Let me gather like the resources, my information, and then I'm gonna decide what we're gonna do with it. Like, it's almost like I've had it. Enough with this. Let me look at it, and I'm going to change things. You do have the choice card coming up, just so. Now, see, you're not cruel about this. Like, Scorpio, I know Scorpio's strong. You know you're strong. I'd be surprised if you didn't. I'd be flat out floored, quite frankly. You got this energy coming in. Quick changes, yes. That's the Eight of Wands. Quick choices. But you got two Pentacle cards backing this up. Keeping what's already going and slowly changing it is your goal, is what I'm getting. It's kind of like, listen, I don't need any abrupt things. I don't want to just kind of like, do this thing where we're just going to close up the house and sell it and then, start down the road, and wherever the next place is where the next place is. No, we're not. We're going to take our time. The quickness is like getting people on board, but kind of like saying, hey, we're changing things. We're going to be moving. We're going to start right now cleaning things up and preparing the house to get sold. We're going to start that. I don't know how long it's going to take us to do it. We're going to start that process today, and I'm going to start looking at, how much money we need to go where we want to go, what type of places. We're going to start looking. We're going to start the process right away, like very quick. You're like, we're starting the process today. We're going to start cleaning up the attic today. We're not going to do a crazy amount, but we're going to do enough to say we started. We're going to do something every day. And I'm going to start looking at the listings in areas where I want to go, where we want to go. And we're going to start this change today. We're going to start, maybe starting small with the Page of Pentacles, but this is going to be for the long haul, and we're going to start today. We're going to start making movement today, and I'm letting you know, I'm making the choice that once I start, we're going to hit this goal. This will happen. I've already made my mind up. I've been wanting to do this, and I've decided this will happen. This will happen. This, whoever you're dealing with, their response is like, if you look at the person on this card, I feel like that exactly, that's the perfect image. Like, this person is like, yeah, yes, the Scorpio has been won over. I don't know, it feels like that's what they wanted you to do anyway, and they're a very positive, supportive energy. Cool. Blessings, they think this is great. I like this. This is a beautiful card. I love this card, by the way. I love it. Coming forward. Now, there's a lot of energy coming in here. You seem to be pulling back a little bit. I'm noticing, you do have a Page energy the whole way forward. Even though you're pushing it forward, you're starting this off with the Justice card, and you're saying, this is how we're going to do this. I'm done. We're changing. We're changing. The other energy, your supportive energy, is really strong. Again, they started off with the Blessing, right? The next thing coming in, and these cards all back each other up. King and Queen of Wands and the Passion. Passion is a very fiery card anyway. So all of this coming together is I feel like you're kind of shocked. You might be literally shocked. I can't see it. I don't know another way to say it, because it's kind of like we were going to start with these little things, and this person is like, oh, we're going to sell the house. And they're bending over backwards, cleaning things, organizing things, buying bins to put things together, organizing a garage sale to get rid of things that they don't want, or you don't want, or people may not want. They are doing double time, triple time even. And you're kind of like, wow. Wow, I really lit a fire under their butt. Wow, look at them go. they seem to be, the support here is overwhelming. I'm also getting here, when this happens, you're kind of like, all right, I want to keep this person engaged. I think this is why. This is strategic, and I think this is extremely smart. Eight of Swords. What's the other card? The Page of Cups. Because the Page of Cups is like you're active, but you're kind of like, all right, they're going well. But I want to see where they're going with this. The Eight of Swords is not, like, I know it's normally a trapped card, but it's kind of like, I don't know where this is going. And it's kind of like, I got to see what they want. I feel like I don't know what they want, and I'm kind of like, I want to figure it out. And I also feel like if I don't figure out what they want or what it is that's exciting them, that, you know, it could just fizzle. So I want to figure out what it is that's making them so excited about this. What is it that's really going good here? Opportunity is right here in front of you, and you know it. And you're holding back and watching. That's this card. You're holding back and kind of watching. Still, you're supporting. Obviously, you want this. It's almost like they were originally supporting you, and now you're kind of supporting them. But you're waiting because you're like, I don't understand what's motivating them so much, and I need to know. I just feel like if I try to force the issue, they're going to try to tell me what they think I want to hear. That's not what I want. I want to find out what's really motivating them here. Prosperity coming forward. This does go forward a lot quicker than expected. It does feel like it's going forward a lot quicker than expected. A lot of positive things coming in. I'm getting, like, as prosperity comes in, the change, whatever you've decided, you were expecting this to go forward really quick, but it's kind of like saying you want to move and you're expecting maybe it'll take a year and a half. You're just starting the situation, and it goes through, like, within 3 to 4 months, it's like all ready to happen. Like, the house is cleaned up, it's ready for sale, you know, the garage sale has happened, everything is ready. You kind of found the place you want to go, you kind of put your bid in, and you're like, this is happening a lot quicker than I thought it was, but you're like, that's okay. It's okay, it's all good. I don't see you being upset about it. It happens a lot quicker than expected. It's like, you thought it might take a year and a half, it happened in 3 or 4 months. You've got the Queen of Cups. Is there just 2 cards here? Yep. Queen of Cups with the Eight of Cups. It's hard to walk away from whatever the change is. You made your decision to do it, and I do feel like you're following through. You're like, you weren't half butting it. You weren't half-assing it. Why can't we say it? Let's just say it. I don't know why I have to be that, edited. You're honest. You wanted to do it. It's hard to move on from it. It's kind of like it happened so fast. You thought you would have more time to get used to it, but you're realizing it does need to go forward. I feel like you're pushing forward and you're trying to not look back. Emotionally, you're still tied to it, and it's kind of like you feel like you're leaving something behind, but you don't want to diminish it, so you're kind of pushing forward. You're soldiering forward, if you will. Kind of like, these are my orders. This is what I'm going to do. Here we go. Doesn't matter if I like it. I got to do it. So you're holding forward, and you're holding on, going forward. I feel like you might have more of a downplayed atmosphere of like kind of being sad that it moved on so quickly. I do feel like there's a little bit of sadness that it moved on so quickly. In the environment, though, it's weird. The person who's backing you up and really excited about this, they still are. They feel like it's really good. They really like it. They got the Goddess with the Threshold. Now, this is what they're trying to give you a heads up about. It's almost like it's literally moving day. The house has been sold. The new one's been bought. Things are loading up in the truck. So you're doing it. And wherever you're moving to. It's really good, really good. Then the threshold hits where it's like obvious, like it's done. It's a done deal. That's the threshold. It's a done deal. The other person has this hanged man moment. Kind of like, oh. It's like all of a sudden they realize what they've done. And like everything that they're like realizing, oh, my neighbors are going to change. I like my neighbors. I lived this close to so-and-so. I was that close to work. I had this over here that I like doing. I had my routine that I did every day. And now all of this is going to change. All of this is going to change. I feel like they just kind of have like this shell shock moment. Like, oh my God, wait, all this is going to change. It's like they weren't really, it's like they acknowledged it before now. But at this moment, they're hit with like the reality. It's like saying, hey, you're not going to do those things anymore. You're not going to be this close to these people. These people aren't going to be your neighbors anymore. You're not going to be this close to work anymore. You're not going to have this routine anymore because you don't live in this spot anymore. It's all like hitting them all at once. When that happens, I feel like they kind of might have a moment where they just look a little dazed and confused. Like a little like dazed and confused. They've got the Seven of Cups. Like, I feel like all of a sudden they get really overwhelmed. I feel like they get really, really overwhelmed. This is your moment, and I don't think this is going to be hard for you in any sense, but this is your moment to kind of like keep them moving forward and kind of keep them moving and just kind of take over a little bit. It's not the best moment, but it's not a bad moment. It's kind of like the goal is still here. This is almost like it's goalposts. The goal is still here. The beautiful moment is still here. Accepting that this is having a rough moment, but it's just a temporary thing, and they need some help moving forward. I also see the Knight of Pentacles coming in with the Ace of Cups. Situation is great. I do feel like it's great, but you might have to kind of like prod them forward and just kind of like, it's almost like, walking somebody over to like, here's the laundry, fold that, okay. And when they're done folding, you're like, all right, put it in the basket, take it upstairs. You up there with it? Okay, put it in the dresser. Kind of like, it may feel like that. I don't know if it's going to be that bad, but it feels like that. Like you have to, like, okay, you're today's the day where we got to do the lawn, so go out there and get the gas for the mower and, get out there, you do that, I'll go over here and I'm going to take care of this stuff in the lawn. So you do that and I'll do this. And you might have to actually keep an eye on this person for a couple months. They do seem a little shell-shocked. I don't know what's up with that. It makes me uncomfortable. I feel like just keep them moving. Try to keep them moving. I feel like it passes a lot easier. But I just keep getting this look at it's like somebody looks dazed and confused and they just kind of stand there. Try to keep them physically moving without causing controversy. You know what I mean? Like, go over there, make the pasta. We're having dinner tonight. You make the pasta. I'll get the sauce going. I'll fry the meatballs. You go drain the pasta, get the silverware and the plates out. You do that. Like, you might literally, for a couple weeks, if not a month, have to, like, get kind of like, all right, you do the just dishes tonight. I'll do them tomorrow night. While you're doing the dishes, I'll clean up the floor and everything over here. You might have to, like, stay close to them and keep them motivated. It's weird to me. I'm getting that it will work out. They have to let go of the past. It's like all of a sudden the past is like catching up to them and they're realizing what they're leaving behind. The reward will come in. They will solidify. This is better. They do really want this. It will click in. It's almost like they're mourning the past. It feels like they're mourning the past. So if you look up the 5 stages of grieving, that might apply here. And you might not expect it. One of the stages of grieving is anger. So this person might wake up in a bad mood and just be cranky. That might be why. They might be just... The 5 stages of anger might be going on here. Dazed and confused. I'm getting that again. I feel like they're just trying to give you a heads up. Because I feel like the sooner you figure out what's going on with this person, you can just kind of keep them moving and just keep an eye on them. They'll pass through it. I don't see it lasting more than a couple weeks, maybe a month. If it's worse than that, you probably want to get professional people involved because that might be a different issue. Remember, these are general readings. Anything else? Alright, I'm going to shut this down here. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.